something happened, and there were these people from another planet who were talking to me.
From another planet? Do you mean aliens?
It's just they told me that I was one of them, and that they needed my help to save their people.
How?
It's just they said that I had to have a baby with me, and I've been trying to since I was 12.
Once we tell these kids something, they stick to it and they start to believe it, just like Jan believed with all of her soul and being that she was an alien and she needed to bear children with this pedophile. What if it's the parents' new girlfriend? And this new girlfriend had this ideology of transgender or gender ideology, and she puts it on this little kid, now indoctrinating this little kid to think that he is a girl. So if you sit up there and tell a kid that it's a possibility that they might be a female, what do you think this little kid is going to explore? Feelings of being a female. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Dutch, the Black Non-Democrat. On today's video, we are going to continue this discussion surrounding our kids in America and how, Hollywood and pop culture and social media and even, parents themselves are indoctrinating our kids with sexuality, with, perversion, and a lot of other things that is just not conducive for little kids growing up. I have 3 girls myself, and me and my wife, we talk to our girls about a lot of situations, but I do think that they should be shielded from certain situations and certain topics until they are of age to make certain decisions, right? Now, I went live a couple of weeks ago about this same issue, dealing with transgender kids. Even if that's a thing, I don't even think that's a thing. What I think it is parents projecting their own ideologies onto their children and making it seem as if the children are coming up with these things themselves. That leads me to today's video. And today's video, we're going to be talking about this show that I watched. And it's on Peacock, and I advise all parents to watch this show. Now, this show is called A Friend of the Family, and just like it sounds, it was a friend of the family who infiltrated this family and manipulated this family to the point where this individual kidnapped their daughter and had their daughter thinking that she was an alien, you guys. He made this little girl, her name is Jan, think that she is a part of an alien race that needed to have an alien baby with this predator, with this child molester, with this pedophile. He manipulated the situation and told this little girl that she is going to bear a child by 16 years old and was going to save an alien race.
It's just they told me that I was one of them, and that they needed my help to save their people.
That's what this pedophile spewed to this little girl. And the way he did it was very, very cunning, was very manipulative, and on top of that, this little girl was 12 years old at the time. And this 12-year-old, like all 12-year-olds that's living in America, are impressionable. And like I said about people like Dwayne Wade and his child, how he allowed Gabrielle Union to come in that relationship and project these fucked up ideologies onto his little boy. And now his little boy thinks that he is a little girl. And he is 14 years old now, and he's still going with it. Just like this guy, his name is Bob, in the show, told this little girl at 12 years old that she was a part of an alien race, and she was basically going to have a alien child, and she had to have sex with him to do so. He was her male companion. See, he kidnapped this little girl at 12 years old, and he was a friend of the family, and she trusted him. She trusted him to the umph power. Now, he drugged this little girl with an allergy pill that he said, is just an allergy pill. And he told the parents that he was just going to take her horseback riding. But no, he didn't take her horseback riding. He took her to the woods inside of a camper and locked her up, chained her to the bed. And she woke up to an intercom in her ear saying that this is Zeta and Theta from an alien race, and you are to bear a child with your male companion, and basically scared the shit out of her. And she went back to sleep. She woke back up. The constraints was gone, so she walked in front of the camper and seen Bob laying on the floor. She tell him, "Oh my God, what happened? What happened?" And Bob tell her, "Yeah, the aliens took me, and they told me that you basically have to be my companion, and we need to have a baby." So this little girl went 3 years thinking that she was an alien, thinking that she needed to have this baby before 16 years old, or she was going to get vaporized by aliens. This girl, on her 16th birthday, thought that if she didn't have this baby by 16, one of her sisters is going to be blind, and one of her sister, her youngest sister, was going to take her place. So she was willing and was literally about to take her father's gun and shoot her and her sister. And I'm going to just leave it right there so you guys can go watch that show. That is a great show for us parents out here to actually see how these pedophiles do these kids, how these pedophiles groom these kids, and what red flags to look for with family members, with friends of the family. The thing is, we have to start watching out for it. But what if it's the parent? What if it's the parent's new girlfriend? And this new girlfriend have this ideology of transgender or gender ideology, and she puts it on this little kid, now indoctrinating this little kid to think that he is a girl. I think that's what's going on in America right now with our children. At the end of the day, these children don't know about sexuality. These children don't know the spectrum that they're trying to indoctrinate these kids with. These kids are just kids. I have kids. I know firsthand my children don't think about these things. My 8-year-old don't think about these things. My 8-year-old doesn't understand the concept of that. You see what I mean? So if me and my wife, I guarantee me and my wife can convince my 8-year-old daughter right now that aliens are going to come here next week at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning. I guarantee that she will be scared as shit for the rest of the week, because we're telling her something or giving her some information, and she's trusting us as an adult, as adults, and her parents, being her parents, that this is going to happen. They are impressionable. They have no filters. They have nothing. See, the thing about it is, they say ignorance is bliss because you don't know. You don't have the knowledge or the burden of knowledge. I haven't heard that term, burden of knowledge. And the thing is, the reason ignorance is bliss is because you got to think about little kids. They don't have anything to tell them that Santa ain't real. They don't have anything to tell them that the tooth fairy ain't real. You see what I'm saying? They're not filtered. They're not getting bombarded with reality and what life is on a daily basis. They don't get that. So they're happy. They're joyful. Ignorance is bliss. But once we tell these kids something, they stick to it and they start to believe it. Just like Jan believed with all of her soul and being that she was an alien and she needed to bear children with this pedophile. So if you sit up there and tell a kid that it's a possibility that they might be a female, what do you think this little kid is going to explore? Feelings of being a female. But who am I? Who am I? I'm just a guy on YouTube. I'm just a guy on YouTube with a small YouTube channel that don't really put things together. Hey, if I do put things together, who's listening? But y'all got to start thinking about what these people are doing to these little children. That's all I got to say. Y'all go down in the comment section and tell me what you think of my theory. I don't think it's a theory. I think these are facts. Yeah. What do you think of these facts? Because yes, these kids are impressionable, and these adults are imprinting on these kids to destroy their lives forever. Y'all go down in the comment section, tell me what you think. And on top of that, man, I will be back up here because I'm going to stay on this topic because I'm tired of seeing our children go through this. And the only way we can change the false narrative is to get to these children before these perverted people do. All right, y'all go down in the comment section, share this video. Peace out. I'll see you on the next one. Be safe.